Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another. Well, this is not another episode of anything in particular, but welcome back to the old card shop. We have a good friend with us here, a new friend, but a good friend nonetheless. Someone new to the channel, Pokey Chef 954. Well, we'll just call him Pokey Chef here. But welcome. If there's anything you want to maybe say about yourself or your own new Instagram page, or maybe possible new YouTube channel, we'll see. But what's going on, Chef?
What's up, everybody? Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me, Josh. Yeah, you guys follow me on Instagram, PokeChef954. I'm pretty active on there. I've been a chef I've been in the industry 20. It'll be 22 years this year. I'm an executive chef partner right now of a high-end steakhouse. I've been there for the last 10 years. But I have a very lengthy culinary history to me. And then Pokemon, I've been around since Gen 1, 5th, 6th grade. Loved it ever since. So been here since.
Well, I'm excited, honestly, because for me, I've also been in the food industry, not necessarily working it, but enjoying it for a good 33, 34 years now. And so I would consider myself well-versed in the foods of the world as well. Maybe not as well-versed as you in making them, but definitely at least in judging them. So I'm very excited to talk about this. It's kind of going to be a goofy stream. This is something that when we first talked, the idea, it wasn't really very well fleshed out then, and it hadn't gotten very well fleshed out even since then. But I had the weird idea that maybe I'd pull up some clips and some videos and some little things and memes and things, and we could look at it specifically regarding like foods in the Pokemon world or the anime specifically. And this is not necessarily to confuse it with Pokemon foods, which is when you look up on YouTube, it's a bunch of like weird, like people making Pokemon actually eating, like what if you ate a Pokemon? It's not that kind of stream.
Yeah.
This is like the foods they eat in the Pokemon world. Albeit one of them is a little bit weird and it gets a little dark, but not to be confused with the other type of Pokemon foods you may look at online. But then we may venture into some real life foods. I wanted to look at, like, have you heard of the Pokemon Cafe in Japan?
Yeah.
I wanted to look at some pictures of some stuff that they serve there and sort of get your reaction to it and kind of give my takes on some of it, because, well, we'll just get into it. But anyway, so that's for the viewers. That's what we're going to get into. I want to interact with the chat too. So if you guys have any questions for me or Chef, specifically more for Chef, because you get to see me all the time. I really want to focus a lot on him here. This is going to be kind of like a dual trainer spotlight / kind of fun different stream situation. Just he's a special case, so he gets a special kind of stream, so
hybrid.
Yeah, so we're gonna have some fun. So everyone, I appreciate you guys. I want to say hi to everyone. What's up, Walrus? What's up, E-Unit? I see Terry.
Yes.
I see Beerski. What's going
Beerski's
on?
The guy.
Gym Leader Pepe. I'm seeing, let's see, Alexander. Let's go, David Martinez, Quilly. I'm just scrolling here, so if I miss anyone, I'm sorry. Let's see. I see Tina. Oh, Mexican Hipster. What's up, JR?
Mexican Hipster, what
Slow Boy. Let's go, everyone. All right, Shovels, let's go. Good to see everyone here. All right. I feel like I've seen all the people who have said something in the chat. I've said hi to. I've kind of caught up in quick real time, but this first little let's just kind of dive right into the first thing here. One of my most vivid memories in Pokemon is from the very early on in the anime. It's something that really confused me, and I think that maybe when I put up this particular clip, it's going to be a kind of remembering. Some of you guys might remember this too, but let's watch this clip together, and I want to know if you remember this specific clip from the anime.
Have a
Did you see
donut.
this?
Yeah.
Is sharing on the screen all right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
That always cheers me up. Pika pika.
These donuts are great. Jelly-filled are my favorite. Nothing beats a jelly-filled donut. Jelly-filled donut.
Donut.
Yeah, so
Oh
you can imagine as a kid.
Donut. That always cheers me up.
So as a kid, I was always really confused about like what this was. Like when you said donut, and then it went to the onigiri or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is gonna keep on. Let me stop my YouTube from going down a YouTube catch 'em all collecting the catch 'em all
we're just gonna
collectibles
watch
algorithm.
Dan.
I need
Dan
to turn
for
my
like 6
autoplay.
hours.
Yeah, no, love you, Dan, but we can't be having you auto playing on our stream here about food. You're gonna, no, he might talk about barbecue and it may do a little bit.
Yeah.
But do you remember that clip growing up when they were
Yeah,
talking?
yeah.
So that's an
I do.
onigiri, correct? That's
Yeah.
basically a rice ball or something. But I
Yeah,
was
it's like a
always like,
rice
what,
ball.
a donut?
Yeah. To us, it's like, that's not a donut.
Do you know why they did that? Maybe it's because like
I
potentially if
don't,
there was
man.
like
I think they just
translation?
left it in, dubbed it English, left it in, and we roll with it. And that was it.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, chat. Have you guys? Do you remember that vividly of your childhood, sort of being? I don't know that. So anyway, my first memory of Pokemon was already. They didn't know what was going on with food, but then I sort of, kind of started wondering what other things they would get into eating. And when I started looking it up, there are some other images that kind of came up that scared me. That here I'm going to flash on screen next because this is gonna probably be more likely what a lot of you guys think about when you think about Pokemon foods. So let me pull up this one. What is it? Which one? I have a bunch of. There we go. That's the one. So, any idea what this is, Chef? Is this something you serve in your restaurant by chance? Oh, you're muted, I think. Or is it me who's muted? Okay, so chat has got it right there. So this is actually the most famous, I would say. Yeah, so Chef, I think you might be muted here because I can see you talking, but I can't hear you say anything. While Chef's figuring out his audio, I'm going to go ahead and highlight what BRC said. This is the Slowpoke tail, the famous Slowpoke tail. And you may or may not believe it, but this is actually probably the most iconic Pokemon food that you can cook from Sword and Shield. The whole Sword and Shield like era, the block was a big focus was on like cooking. It's how you increase like experience, increase your stats and stuff, and it's a whole part of the game and the quest. And I guess they like to eat Slowpoke tail. Yeah, so I don't know. Pretty interesting there. Chef, you want to say something real quick? Because I don't know if your audio is still no. Okay, so I'm sure he's just probably saying how he wants to serve this in his restaurant because this looks gourmeting. No, but this is like a whole situation. It's got like curry. It looks like it's got like a beef tongue situation kind of thing. Everyone says how delicious the Slowpoke tails are, and there's always that episode growing up with Team Rocket where they're trying. I feel like they're trying to get the Slowpokes for their tails or something in a cave. Chat, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't there an episode of like the Team Rocket? I'm trying to remember that episode. Okay. That's enough. That's enough of the Slowpoke tails. Okay, so I pulled up some other. I'm going to present something else here to put up because, oops, I'm going to keep on rolling with the. Where's my? Next one there. All right, so this next one is going to be something that I actually saw that really did look delicious. So this is something that I was kind of curious if it was you'd seen before. I'd never seen this particular one in the anime. All right, so This is our friend Binging from Do you know Binging with Babish? Have you seen that YouTube channel? Okay, chat. Binging with Babish, for those of you who don't know, is a great YouTube channel. I think it's he started with I don't know where he started, but he makes like foods from highly acclaimed movies or TV shows or animes or things, and he's really kind of like, I don't know, he's kind of funny but also sarcastic. But he does some really cool stuff. So this is a video I saw on his channel here. We're going to put it up. We're going to watch this while we figure out Chef's sort of mic issue here. Is your, maybe it's this, the headphone, is it dead possibly or something? Or try to see if it's, Okay, anyway, sorry chat. We're going to put this up and we're going to watch this video because it's actually a pretty good video.
Huh? Do you want one, Pikachu?
So I wasn't watching the anime at this point, so I don't remember these things. But I would certainly
People
eat
can eat
these.
them too, right?
Probably need to get copywritten for this. Hopefully Babish doesn't take me down, strike me. We'll have to link him down below.
Ash, what's the matter?
They're great! That's the yummiest thing I've ever eaten in my life!
Hold on.
Welcome
I've
back.
been where Ash is at. I've been there. That's where I've been when eating food sometimes. That was me when I ate my first Italian ice.
They're great!
Italian
That's the
ice and
yummiest
custard
thing I've ever eaten in
combination.
my life!
Hello there. Welcome back to another episode of Anime with Alvin. Today, I'll be making the Poke Puffs from Pokemon, a cream puff-like
Okay, so we're
confection
gonna
that
watch
supposedly
this guy
raises the
make
affection
this
level
thing.
between a Pokemon and their
I'm
trainer.
gonna lower the volume
I
down.
just
though,
noticed
so-
that my apron is wrinkled. Cream puffs typically use pastry cream as a filling, but we thought it would be
Okay, so this is something I would legitimately eat, actually.
filled with whipped cream. This lighter, fluffier version should be palatable to any Pokemon, no matter how small.
No, you're not deaf.
So to first make pastry
We are
cream,
just having
combine
some
600
technical
grams of
difficulties.
milk,
I'm sorry,
75 grams
JR.
of sugar, and a pinch of salt in a medium pot until it boils. In the same milk container, I'm combining 75 grams of milk, 30 grams of cornstarch, and 25 grams
So
of
this
sugar.
is something that I would
And
try
another
making
one,
probably if I wasn't a
115 grams of
complete,
sugar with about 225
I don't know, I
grams
can't bake, so
Yep,
this involves
that's a lot of
baking and
bowls.
stuff. I can cook
Once our
really
milk mixture
well,
starts
like
to
I can
boil,
make
we
things
turn
on the
off the heat and
stove if I could
slowly
watch
pour
it
into
and
the egg
kind
mixture,
of adjust
whisking
as I
the
go.
whole
But if
time.
I have to follow
Going a little bit at a
directions
time is
and
important so that we don't
do
scramble
something
our
with like
eggs.
science
Once the
or
eggs and the hot milk
baking
have become good
situation,
friends, we're gonna put them
it's
all
bad.
back
So
into the same
I would
pot
eat
and bring
these, but
them
I
into
probably
a
wouldn't try
boil,
making
stirring
them. So I
constantly.
appreciate watching
Then
him
we're
do
gonna
it, but
add the
I'm
cornstarch
realistic. I would
slurry,
never be
which
able to do
whisk
this.
vigorously for about a minute or
This is
so.
a cream
Whisking
puff
for the whole
situation,
minute
I think,
makes sure
that we
that the
got going
cream is
on here.
thickened and that the cornstarch is cooked out. Once the pastry cream is
Oh, now can you hear me?
Finally, what was this? Welcome back, sir. Okay,
Oh
it's a
my
little loud, though.
gosh, I'm
Hold on.
sorry, guys.
It is a little loud.
I'm watching this guy. It looks like, yeah, he's making pastry cream or creme brulee. Sorry.
Okay, all good. Let me try to adjust. Okay, there we go. That should be a little better. Welcome back, sir.
I know. Sorry.
Okay, chat. Well, thanks for bearing with us while we dealt with that. Oh no, now my YouTube situation's going.
We're all everywhere.
Yeah, so is he making a cream puff? Is that wrong about that? Is that a cream puff situation?
That's what it looks like. He's making pastry cream. He's probably gonna pipe it into a cream puff.
Yep, that's a lot.
We're gonna
of
let that
bowls.
load again.
Once our milk mixture starts to boil, we turn off the heat and slowly
He's-
pour it into the egg mixture, whisking the
And
whole
he's
time.
tempering it right
Going
now.
a little bit
Yeah,
at a
have you
time
seen
as
this
it
channel,
boils so that
Binging
we
with
don't
Babish?
scramble our eggs.
No.
Once the eggs and the hot
Really?
milk
Do you
have
watch
become
any
friends,
YouTube,
we're
like
gonna
cooking
put them
YouTube
all
channels?
back into the same pot,
Cooking?
bring
No.
that up to a boil,
Only
stirring
I watch no, just all Pokemon stuff. This is my escape.
I understand. Yeah, I probably wouldn't too if that was my job, I'm sure.
Yeah.
This is one of the channels I like because he always takes like things from like pop culture and like animes. Like he would take Game of Thrones recipes and make them or whatever. He does a good
Yeah.
job with it too. For
It's
some
pretty neat.
reason, this video is not wanting to go past this point though.
What he's doing, for those who don't know, is he's tempering the egg yolk, and he's controlling the temper of the hot milk, and he's pouring in the egg yolk, but he's doing that so he doesn't cook the egg yolk and it mixes smooth. That's what he's doing. It's all temperature controlled there. And if you add vanilla bean, you got to get it to a certain temperature, or else your vanilla bean falls all the way down to the bottom of like your creme brulee or your pastry or anything like that. But he's not using vanilla bean. Just fun facts thrown in there.
Yeah, if he was really fancy, he'd have gotten that vanilla bean, scraped it all out, and got that little good black paste and put it in there.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're gonna come back to this video because for some reason it won't load past this point. I don't know what's going on with it. Okay, so another fun thing that I saw that will be probably better because it won't necessarily require loading while this sort of stops there is I was looking into things like what Pokemon ate, and for some reason it got me into Bulbapedia, and it brought me into this particular sort of page, and it sort of is a whole big rabbit hole. And so of course it goes into Pokemon food. What do they eat? Brock he makes the specialty Pokemon food, all that kind of thing. Do you remember that delicious stew that Brock used to he would make all the time?
No, I
feel
don't.
Like Brock would always make a stew. So
Brock was always a food, like a lot.
He's all about it.
Yeah. Brock is the guy.
But so then it goes into all this stuff about in the game, what they ate, specifically berries, because all that kind of stuff, and that's fine. But this is what really got me though, because it stopped. This is all normal stuff. This is normal. Yeah. This is normal. But then it started getting into this weird stuff. It started going known predatory relation, and it has a whole chart of Pokemon.
It says prey.
Predator and prey. So maybe we should take a moment and look at this situation we got going on here.
Some of them's crazy. A Kingler to a Cloyster. That's kind of wild. That's funny.
Okay, so
what else?
Hold on.
A fur to a Rattata.
First of all,
that's hilarious.
Zoom in on y'all.
Poor Wooper. That Arbok is coming.
So it looks like, of course, you got the usual, Pidgey eating Seedots. You would expect that. That's kind of brutal, though, if you imagine. That's kind of ridiculous. But then Muck predating on Trubbish? That's kind of weird.
Some of them are they're funny. They're unique. Oh, Sneasel's going in on
multiple.
Yes.
Dude, Sneasel and Sandshrew.
So watch out, Sneasel. Chill out, Sneasel. Oh, you're gonna eat the love disc? What?
Rayquaza eating the Miniors? Okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. Fair enough. I mean,
man, this is a full list.
No, that's what I'm saying, dude. This has nothing to do with Pokemon food, but it is interesting nonetheless. It got me onto a whole big thing, so I figured I would at least bring it up. We don't gotta go through all these, but I did want to just kind of be like, what is going on with some of this? But I thought it was funny. So if you're out there, Bulbapedia has this list under Pokemon food. Some of these things are kind of obvious, like the birds and snakes kind of situation, or Persian Starly, and that's. Would we call Shelder and Slowpoke predating on each other though? Because it's more of the Shelder just wants to snap on the tail, and then it makes him evolve.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's pushing it. Maybe that's pushing it a little bit. Okay, yeah.
What is another one? There's something eating a Diglett.
Okay, so this is another video I wanted to kind of watch together. And do you watch much anime at all? Do you ever watch Studio Ghibli stuff?
No, I used to watch all the normal Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z stuff, but not a lot. I'm always working. 14 since 14.
Fair enough. Well, this is going to be a little something that you can just kind of have on the background.
Oh, that's cool.
For that. But
Oh,
Studio
nice
Ghibli,
cheese.
I
Look at that red
cheated a
onion.
little bit
There
on
you
this.
go.
Yeah, okay. So this is probably the best food anime, visuals you're gonna get out of
Yes.
most animes. This is like a clipping of all the different movies and stuff from the Studio Ghibli films. So one producer, one like animation studio who makes it, and it's a YouTube video that I found that it's just gonna kind of play through, but. I cheated a little bit because when I put in like best Pokemon foods, this is one of the ones that came up. I was like, I might as well go through this because there's not a lot.
Yeah,
of
this one's like really good actually. This one's like they're doing all sorts of stuff.
Super
Honeys and
aesthetic,
teas, and yeah, it really is.
It'll make
Looks
you
like
hungry.
they're cooking that like
It'll make you
greens,
wanna
yeah,
eat
like
it.
ramen. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so
This one's not bad at all.
yeah, the Pokemon food thing, that's more of a meme. You don't want to eat a lot of that stuff. Slowpoke tails, like I mean, the thing was going on. That's the thing they eat in the Pokemon world. They be eating slowpoke tails,
That
So
ramen bowl.
in Studio
There
Ghibli,
you
they
go.
are actually real food.
I am all about that. Now I want a ramen bowl. Pineapple?
Yeah, I'm actually planning a trip to
Ooh.
Japan later this year. So doing all this, seeing all this,
I would
is
love
making
to
me
do
like
that.
want to go hella bad.
This is cool too because like they're cutting that pineapple good, right? It's not like they're like hacking away. Like that's like a good technique to get that shape of the pineapple when you're trying to get wedges. That's like exactly how you do it. And look at them, how they're farming and see they're tempering.
The ice.
Yeah, with the ice.
Yeah.
They're making like whipped cream.
Hell
It
yeah.
looks like for those oranges, the little mandarins.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at the prawns. Sushi the tuna. Look at them.
Damn.
This is like Anime Chef.
Yeah, so this
I love this right now. This is blowing my mind right now. It's probably good I've never seen it. This is look at them.
Yeah, so this is why you need to watch Anime Chef. This is one of the things you gotta.
It
you
is.
gotta get
They
in.
got the claw and everything. Doing it right. This is awesome. This is really good. Look at the mushrooms. I'm proud of this right now. I'm really proud of this right now. I can watch this all day. This is interesting to me. Look at that. Dutch oven, go. Go for it.
Yeah, it makes me
Oh
think
my
I could do some of
gosh.
this because they're all doing it like in old timey, like in their own home, like cast iron. But this is like some next level pro looking cooking deliciousness.
Yeah, they're definitely
Like that lady's done
they're
that.
definitely
for
on
a
an
thousand
elevated
times.
level. they're not just regular home cooks. This is people who know.
Like what is that egg on? Is that like on ham or something? They put it on.
It
like
looks like it,
ham?
yeah.
Man,
It's definitely not chilaquiles, that's for
I need
sure.
to go to Japan, man. Mm.
Yo, big time. Look, tempura shrimp. Look at them go.
Yeah.
Look at them go.
So tell me, why is Japanese food the best type of food? Why is that? Why is it?
I don't know. It's amazing. It's very unique though. Like Asian
What?
culture is very unique. They have so many. They use a ton of ingredients. Man, look at the chop. I'm sorry. Look at the chop.
Maybe it's
She's
because
got
they're an
it, bro.
island and they have to
Yeah.
have everything there, you know? I don't know.
Yeah. They're awesome though. But a lot of the recipes when you look at it, there's a ton of ingredients. There's a lot of ingredients in a lot of things. Not everything, but there is a lot of ingredients in their things. It's hard to here it's hard to source a lot of that. You gotta go to Asian markets and find that. Thoughts on polishing cast irons? Yes, you need to have a seasoned cast iron. But you have to do it with oil. Like if you're cleaning your cast iron, it has to be with oil, or you heat salt, pour a bunch of salt in there, and you heat it up, and then you kind of use the salt to scrub around, and then when the salt goes black, you take it out. You take it out, and then you can kind of re-season the pan with a little bit of oil and leave it in there. But you're not supposed to really run them or like run them through a dishwasher or anything like that. You'll destroy them. The cast iron pans are solid, super solid.
Once you like destroy a cast iron, though, you can re-season it typically, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like typically ruin, but you just have to do little little work on it.
Yeah, you definitely have to do work.
That's from Howl's Moving Castle. That scene right there. I remember this.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Scene, like with the eggs, and then he eats an egg,
Ugh.
and she's like, "Hey."
Yeah, and they're chilling over here. I don't know what they're doing. They're having a good time with that. That no chew stew in the thumbnail.
Yeah, so the no chew stew he's referencing is actually going to be the Brock stew, and I have that.
Yeah.
I have that I'm going to pull up next, and we can talk about what we think that might be, because I want to hear your take on what the no chew stew might be. We can talk about what it looks like, and where is it? Okay, no, never mind. Hold on. I'm gonna find the no chew stew, because first I found something else that I'm gonna put up for you. Thoughts.
Oh, the Magikarp. Yo.
This is a scene that I don't remember at all, but this is directly pulled from the Pokemon animated Brock right there.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yikes.
Yo! It's wild to see the Pokemon like being eaten like that. Like, to me, it's kind of crazy. You're supposed to catch them, not eat them. But what, like, it is, like, you think about that world. What are they doing for food? Or like we have bees that make honey. Is Beedrills like doing stuff? I guess there's Cone Bee, but it'd be interesting to see that aspect of Pokemon. Like, what do the Pokemon do for like that world for ingredients or anything like that? Like, what do they provide? That'd be interesting.
Okay, I think I found. We're gonna Google it together.
Let's do it.
Okay, so Brock is always
Look at
making this
Brock.
stew,
Yeah.
right? And it's always this like creamy. Oh, there we go.
Oh, dude.
All right. So, chef, if you were to have to recreate you first of all, do you remember Brock's like cooking all the time? And this is the thing that he always.
I remember. Yeah.
This is called no chew stew. This is Brock's no chew stew is what it's supposed to be called. And this is what he's always throwing in the pot, cooking for Ash and everything. He would also cook like the little pellet things that he would feed the Pokemon, but this is apparently he would feed the people. So what would you speculate that this is, and what would you make it in?
It looks similar to like a broccoli cheddar, kind of, but there's definitely more going on with that. But if you're doing a stew or a soup like that, you definitely start off with a mirepoix, which is 50% onion, 25% celery, 25% carrot. That's the ratio. You simmer that down, and then you would either deglaze with a wine, or you would start hitting it with the cream and adding your other ingredients. But for this, it looks like after that, I mean, he's got some other stuff in there. There's some sort of meat or protein in there, or maybe it's in some of the pictures. Some people like spice it. That one look in the little video, it looks like vegetables or something like that. But
something
it looks like
red. Like that red could either be potato, like a red potato, or it could be meat.
Like, yeah, sausage or something.
Speculate meat, yeah.
That's interesting. But you would simmer it down. Like, after you would add the cream, you would obviously let it simmer and let it thicken up. You would not need like a roux or a slurry, which is a thickening agent you would use to thicken sauces or soups. You would make one of those and add it in, but you would not need that for that. But it looks like broccoli cheddar. Like, I would add cheese to that and let it melt, but you have to add slowly at a time and keep it stirred, or else your cheese goes at the bottom and it burns the pot. And once you burn a soup or bottom of the soup or pot or whatever, that's it. Your whole soup is done. No soup for you.
Hold on, I like what this person in the chat said. 69 Tails. They use the milk in the Pokemon world, but the no chew stew would be for Johto. I like the Miltank, using Miltank milk, and then also I feel like they would have to use the Miltank meat as well, which is dark. But
yes.
That's
For
just how
sure.
it
I
is.
got my eyes on, like, besides Milk Tank, I'm always eyeballing Lechonk. Every time I love Lechonk. So every time I see Lechonk, though, it reminds me of Moho Pork. But that's where I'm from. That's in South Florida. So every time I see that little fat little pig, I just, he better run because I just
That's
want to
what
grab
I
him.
think of when I think of Kingler. Yeah, when I see that crab, that delicious looking crab, I'm like, that is the biggest claw I've ever seen. I would eat the hell out of that thing. You better run.
Yeah.
No, this is apparently a cream stew, is what. So I don't know what is that. What broccoli and cheddar is a cream stew? Or?
Yeah, it's more. Yeah, a stew might be thicker, more ingredients, but this looks more like a cream-based soup or stew, depending on how much stuff is in there. But it does look. And then when I make soups or anything like that, like I like them chunky. I like textures. So I want all that in there.
Have you ever had a good cream, like a good cream based? I've never had something like this. This literally is something that's completely foreign to me. I like things like this are gonna be more like dark and rich and dark rather than that cream base. Usually is my experience with it. So I mean, it looks good, but I'm like looking at like I don't know. Is it gonna be like weird? Like is it gonna curdle the cream or something? Or is it
it shouldn't curdle, and also if you see oil or it's separating on top, there's too much fat in it. But fat could be butter or if you use oil or olive oils or canola or whatever you use. But if there's any of that in there, if you see it bubbling on the top or around the rim of your bowl, they use too much or they added too much. This also kind of reminds me of Laotian food. There's like I don't know the name of it, but it's like a pork belly soup, but it's very similar to that, and it's absolutely incredible. It's more of like a stew than a soup, but that's what they call it. I don't know if there's a specific name to it or not, but that looks amazing. There's another thing like I'll make with heavy cream, chipotle peppers, rosemary. I'll put garlic in there, roasted garlic in there, and I'll make like a chipotle cream sauce, onions to go over chipotle chicken, or like a chorizo cream sauce, chipotle cream sauce to go over something like that.
Yeah, one of these days I'll have to try it. A cream
It's awesome.
But
that's really good.
I'll look at least for that Laotian style, the pork belly one. If I can't find a Brock's no chew stew, because that sounds better, honestly. You're the one you described sounds better.
yeah.
Without the mystery meat of Milk Tank and whatever is in the no chew, that it could be good. But would you here? We have a question. You think Snorlax meat would be like a Kobe beef sort of situation, or would be like it's? I feel like it'd be more like a veal situation, like the Snorlax.
It might be. It might be a veal situation.
Really fatty and like
fatty, super soft. Maybe I don't know, Kobe. It could be maybe in like the thigh. Once you start getting up there,
I couldn't bring myself to eat
Snorlax. You're not gonna get no meat out of the thigh. Yeah, no.
No, he's one of those ones I wouldn't be able to eat. No,
it's so fatty, bro. Snorlax is massive.
He's too much humanoid. Like I don't think I could ever eat one of the humanoid type Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like like I could never eat like a Gallade or a Gardevoir or like
Gardevoir would be.
Nah, like I could eat a human, like one that looks like it has arms and legs. That's like too much cannibalism going on. That's weird.
Yeah.
So Snorlax is too much like he's like a really big fat kind of dude. Like I don't know, he's too much humanoid. Like I couldn't do Snorlax.
I love Snorlax, so I couldn't do it.
Right, and I love him too. Like I too much associate with Snorlax. Okay, so I pulled up this next thing because I was thinking about going to the Pokemon Cafe if I ever went to Japan, and I wanted to look at the menu with you and determine if you thought that someone like me, a foodie who actually appreciates good food, not just food that looks funny and looks cute and stuff, would actually be able to eat the food that they put in front of me. So let's look at some of these pictures and determine together, because let's just say some of them are a little bit let's just go through them. Okay. First of all, let's look at their special.
This is interesting.
What was it? Look at the menu. I guess this is just the menu, the first page special, I guess. I don't know.
You
But
can choose your latte.
yeah, okay. So
That's kind of cool. They put the Pokemon on the latte, but you're paying for that picture. What is that? Little rice plate?
it looks like that's okay. So yeah, mixed rice, last resort, Japanese mixed rice plate meal with Eevee and colorful friends, inspired by Eevee and the evolution type Pokemons. You'll enjoy. Why'd they put Pokemons there? You'll enjoy a Japanese mixed rice plate with 8 types of colorful ingredients. Just like Eevee's various possibilities of evolution, you can try various flavors depending on how you eat them. Okay, that's actually kind of awesome. It's a rice plate with like 8 different things. Like
looks like different rices or something like that. Yellow rice, there's a
like
black rice,
blue,
brown rice, something
like
like,
some cabbage that's like dyed blue or something. Or...
I don't like that they called it last resort. It's like if you can't get anything else, I guess you can eat.
Well, that's Eevee's classic. It's its classic namesake move, you know. So
yeah.
Okay, hold on. Just a moment though, because I actually.
It's funny.
All right, I'm gonna let you rewatch this real quick because I need to actually step away for a second. So I'm gonna put up the Studio Ghibli video again while I step away for 5 minutes. Because I'm sure the chat will appreciate this too. But here, something in the background.
Go for it. What up? Can you guys still hear me? Oh, we got the music now.
ダメです。人間が増えたばかりなのに。本当にあなたのおかげだわ。
Let's see. Man, that ramen bowl.
よかったね。
I'd be hyped too. Oh. The knife cuts. Man, the techniques are so good in this.
ビルと車だらけで。多分学校で孤立してるんです。それは災難だったわね。
Just a normal family dinner. Nothing special here. Yo, the knife skills are wild. Bro, that's like perfectly layered crusts and a little fish on top. That is so hard to do. I love this.
おはようございます。空起きてました？北斗さん、昨日も遅かったんですか？夕ご飯 取っておきますか？
メイ様々ね。
ミシンとこに出しといて。
よく穴が開くわね。僕のせいじゃないよ。私の目玉焼きあげる。
How many people?
ダメよ、福さん。食べなきゃ。
どっちがお医者さんかわからないわね。
ノブ子
And run the food. Run the food while it's hot. For the love of God. Jonah Jake, I see you. I was at 2 card shops today.
へえ、そりゃすごいわね。それでね。
Hidden Block Games and Triangle Area sports cards. I was at both of those today, but only 2 today. That's right, sound off on the chat. Favorite food. Curry chicken. My guy. It better be mom's curry chicken though. Not your curry chicken. I know your curry chicken. It better be mom's curry chicken. Whoa.
これ、メイのね。
Ribeye medium rare. Not a Hooters ribeye. Better be a real ribeye. Come on, Quilly. Medium well.
俺いつかあの町に行くんだ。こんなとこ絶対にやめてやる。
We gotta get Josh to watch The Bear. For sure, Retro. Absolutely. I hope I was hoping it'd go to like a Dan. I hope it was gonna go right into Dan videos, bro.
I'm back. I am having some technical difficulties on my back end, though, on the side here. I stepped away to try to figure it out, and I still can't, though. So I may have to cut the stream a little early, and we may have to do a part 2 of this where I actually do a better job of finding more videos and we do a real react because without our technical difficulties. Because I love the concept of this, but the technicality of it maybe didn't play out as well as I would have liked to. But if you're down to do another part of this and do it maybe where I put together more different animes than just Pokemon, and we can do more Studio Ghibli reacting and talk about more of that kind of stuff, I think that might be a good idea. But right now, I need to try to fix the situation on my side, and I probably need to cut stream. So for those watching, I apologize. I wanted to go through the chat, but I have to dart away. And Chef, I apologize as well because I wanted to do a much longer stream, but I'm gonna have to cut it here. And any last words? I have Chef, I have your IG linked down below. So if anyone's here, please go follow him, and we're gonna do this again. I think another time, we haven't obviously decided yet when, but we'll try to do this again with less technical difficulties. But any last words?
Let's do it. No, thank you guys for watching. Sorry we're having technical difficulties, but I appreciate the support. I appreciate you guys all the time. So I thank you guys so much.
Okay. Thanks, guys. We'll see you on the next one.